Chuck Prophet, welcome back to eTown.
Oh, thank you,
so
Nick.
Good to hear you and your band. It's cool. It's been a while. I think it was maybe 2017 or something was the last time you were here, along with Brother Ali last time.
Yeah, we've had a couple interruptions since then, I
Yeah,
think.
a few things have happened.
Yeah.
You've had at least a couple. We all had one, which was the global pandemic.
Yes.
And you had another.
That's true. I had a health scare that sidelined me for a good 6 months or so.
I mean, I think of stage 4 lymphoma doesn't sound like a health scare. Sounds like a big problem.
Yeah, well, I got some great care, and
Yeah.
after 6 months of treatment, I was a
Wow.
100% remission.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Whenever any of us bumps up against our mortality, it tends to, shift your priorities or rearrange the things you care about in your life. But it seems like in your case, it just made you love music a little more.
Well, I mean, I had never really considered mortality. I
Yeah.
really thought it was for other people, you know. And it's kind of like, it's so far in the distance, you can't really make it out, you know. And then you start to see its face a little bit. Oh, it looks like my cousin, or I don't know, you know. And so I did confront that,
Yeah.
and I guess we're all going to confront it.
Yeah, of course. But I guess it was a strange way of me complimenting the fact that you're leading a life that's so true to who you are that you didn't have to rearrange anything. It's like, okay, now I'm going to stop doing all this other stuff and I'm going to do this. It's like, no, I faced the Grim Reaper and I'm just going to double down on what I've always cared about and been good at.
Yeah, and the pandemic wasn't all bad for me. I mean, it was really the first time that I stopped, you know.
Right.
I was on kind of a treadmill of records and tours, and you get home and you're just trying to get over the tour and you're getting ready for the next one, or writing songs for the next record. And it was really the first time that I listened to music like a 11-year-old just lying on the carpet with nowhere to go and nothing to do but listen to music. You know, really.
Is that where you first started thinking about cumbia and that style of music? Is that where you sort of bumped into it?
Well, I live in San Francisco,
Yeah.
and so, there's a pretty strong Latin community, and there's a club we play there called the Makeout Room, and we often play there on Saturday nights, and, we'll pack the place and everything, but they're always giving us the rush to get out of there, and because at 10 o'clock, it's cumbia night, and that's where they make all their money. And so one Saturday night, we packed up our gear and we neatly put it in the corner, and we'd had a great show, and we were all sitting around in these Naugahyde booths, enjoying a beverage, and the DJ came in and he dropped a needle on this record, and the bass line was coming out of the subs, and Stephanie, my wife, who's in my band, of course, was dancing with Vicente, our drummer, and I was like, I don't think I want this night to end. What is this, So I really had a heightened awareness about cumbia music, and that goes back several years. But the being sidelined really afforded me the time to collect records and soak in it.
Look at YouTube and stuff like that.
Oh, totally. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
And cumbia is really just Colombian Latin salsa, right? Or is it something more than that? I don't know.
I don't know either. I know that I get corrected a lot. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, if you bump into any tradition, whatever it is, and you get into it and you really try to decode it, how do they make that sound? What instrument is that? What's the thing? And the more you get into it, you can't help but sort of bring it back into your world, which dilutes whatever tradition you're bumping into. So you're always going to find people who are going to say, well, you're not playing it right, or you're not doing the original, and it's not authentic. But the beauty is the cross-pollination, really.
Well, absolutely. I mean, my attitude about music is if I could get as close to cumbia as the Clash got to reggae, then I figure I'm cool, And in fact, when I was writing the songs and I had these ambitions to do a quote-unquote cumbia record, I went and visited a producer, Adrian Casada, who is a guy in Austin who's produced a bunch of great records. I played him some songs, and he was, I don't know, he was encouraging, but He did say one thing to me. He said, if I was to give you any advice, my advice would be pay no attention to the clave police. And so I didn't.
Yeah. That's cool. And your fans, of course, you've trained them over the years. Like, they'll go wherever you go, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, they're not just saying, hey, man, play the old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about co-writing? You did a bunch of co-writing for this record, and that's something you've done a fair amount, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to get in a room with somebody, and if we can be, I don't know, somehow uninhibited, maybe, we have a chance of writing something cool, you know?
You're not going to bring pieces and parts of other, here's a half of a chorus, or here's a bridge I wrote, or whatever, or do you just get in a room and see what happens?
Well, with this record, I was able to bring in my guitar player, James, and pull things out of him, you know?
Yeah.
And so a lot of these riffs
Yeah.
really started with us playing guitars
Hey,
together.
just quickly, just tell us about your band. Just tell their names and what they're playing, just because they're so good.
Well, we've got Vicente Rodriguez playing the trap kit, the drums and percussion. We've got James DePreto on guitar and lap steel here tonight. Alejandro Gomez is going to play bajo sexto and organ. And Mario Cortez is going to sing and play percussion. And Mario and Alejandro are from a group called Quien Sabe, who I thought I discovered, but they've been around. And they're a cumbia group, a family group from the central coast of California, from the farming community of Salinas.
Yeah.
And I followed them around and was kind of a fan, and they were nice enough. They said, Chuck, if you wanted to come down to Salinas, we've got a house in the woods, and you can bring your amp and your guitar and turn up as loud as you want. And so for an apartment dweller like me, I was like, oh, I'll be there. And so a lot of this came out of jamming with those guys, and they were my teachers in many ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so cool that you get to, again, bring that experience with you and combine it with your songwriting and share it with your fans and travel, because, like you said, you're a guy who makes records and gets out on the road and plays gigs. And
yeah, I try to keep it simple.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. You're making a joyful noise, and as I said before, this coexisting of different traditions and different cultures is so important right now for us to be able to have fun and respect these different sounds and things that come from different places. It's really important as well as fun. So
I mean, if I'm gonna be a troubadour, by definition, I gotta go places.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, we're glad you stopped here, and we got lots more music to get to. So welcome back, if you would, Chuck Prophet and his Cumbia Shoes. Great band.